everyone, my name is Sharon Platt. I am one of the science tutors at the Student Success Commons, and today I would like to go over the muscles of the head. But before I do that, I want to explain a couple things that I will probably repeat in just about every video that are very important to remember when talking about muscles and actions. Is that a muscle only pulls, it never pushes. So your biceps brachii will pull and flex your elbow. It will never ever extend your elbow. That's your triceps. And this is why muscles come in antagonists. So your triceps will pull this way and extend your elbow. The other thing is that insertion always pulls toward origin. So it makes a big difference. Is the muscle's origin here or here? It makes a big difference what that muscle does, what the action is. So that is one reason why we have to learn so many origins and insertions. With that said, let's talk about the two sphincter muscles on the face. One is the orbicularis oculi. You can see it's basically a circle right around the eye. And that closes the eye. Remember, a sphincter is not going to be able to open anything. It's going to close the eye. And then for the orbicularis oris, let's look at the book because it shows it much more clearly than the model. See how it's basically a circle around the mouth. So that also closes the mouth and protrudes the lips. So it's your kissing muscle, or maybe it's your duck face muscle. I don't know how to do that. So those are the two sphincter muscles. The next one is the zygomaticus, which is, all right, the rhizorius comes straight out. So the zygomaticus is the one that angles. It's pretty hard to see on this little guy, but this is the one that angles. All right, and that pulls the insertion toward the origin. Its insertion is down at the angle of the mouth. Origin is up on the zygomatic bone. All right, and then the rhizorius is that sideways one, and it pulls straight back like this. So it's basically your grimace muscle. All right, draws it laterally, whereas the zygomaticus brings it up for a smile. One way to remember the zygomaticus is you smile when you look at the animals in the zoo. So that's the Z one. The R one comes straight back. All right, and then the next one on the list, and I'm going right down the packet currently, is the buccinator, which on this guy is in behind the rhizorius here. So you can see there's something back there. Let's take a look at the book again so that you can see a little closer. Oops, see if I can get the book where you can see it. Buccinator's in there. This one is the masseter. We'll talk about that in a minute, but the buccinator is down in there. And this one compresses your cheek. It's your sucking muscle. You know how babies have little fat cheeks? That's not fat. That's muscle from eating, because they do a lot of sucking. And so those are actual muscles in there. All right, and then the masseter. This one we need to know the origin and insertion. So let's take a look at the book again. There we are. There's the masseter right there. And the origin is the zygomatic arch, and the insertion is on the ramus of the mandible. See here down on the ramus of the mandible. So this one is going to pull from the origin down to the mandible. So it is basically going to close your jaw. It's going to pull those tight. It's going to close the jaw. Elevates the mandible, pulls the mandible up. All right, then we have the frontalis, which is, I believe, currently called the frontal belly of the epicranius or something like that. I don't know. It's a whole lot easier to call it the frontalis if you ask me, but that is here. and that raises your eyebrows like that. And the temporalis, which is over here, is a synergist of the masseter, and it elevates and retracts the mandible. It actually can pull it back as well as elevate. All right, and we need to do the platysma, but that will be the next video.